When Albert died, he left behind a wife, Flea's great-grandmother, a woman named Henrietta Balsary. She was just 32 years old, and suddenly, she had to raise a family all on her own.
She had 4 children by this time, Flea.
32 with 4 kids.
4 children and a widow.
Yeah.
So let's see how she fared.
Okay.
Please turn the page. The 2 documents in front of you are from the year 1870 and 1872, 5 and 7 years after Albert's death. Would you please read the transcribed section of both?
Petty sessions at Dunolly on Friday, the 23rd day of September, 1870. Complainant William Crofton. Defendant Henrietta Balsary. Cause selling ale without license. Petty sessions at Dunolly on the 3rd day of September, 1872. Defendant Henrietta Balsary. Cause selling liquor without license. Decision, defendant fined £5 with £1 6 shillings costs. So she was selling probably some kind of bootleg to make do.
You got it.
Wow.
Yeah. What do you make of that?
You got to do what you got to do to get by.
Yeah.
You know, I appreciate the industriousness of doing it.
Yeah.
You know, power to her, man.
Henrietta may have been industrious, but she faced steep odds. Australia did not offer many avenues for a single mother to make a living. Most experienced dire poverty, and selling alcohol illegally was one of the few ways to survive. Fortunately, Henrietta soon found another.
Marriages solemnized in the district of Dunolly. She really didn't get out of Dunolly. March 11th, 1875, William Lovett, bachelor, profession minor, age 43. Henrietta Balsary, widow, profession storekeeper, age 42.
Henrietta went from illegally selling booze to becoming a storekeeper, presumably with a license now,
Yes.
and she got married again.
To another minor.
Your ancestor had to be incredibly scrappy and resourceful.
Yeah.
You see any of these circumstances, Mr. Flea, in yourself?
Very much so. Yeah. I'm scrappy and resourceful.
As it turns out, Henrietta had been living by her wits for far longer than Flea even imagined, as evidenced by the manifest of the ship that brought her to Australia. A teenage girl from Ireland, utterly alone in the world.
List of immigrants per ship Pemberton arrived on the 14th May, 1849. Female orphans. Wow. Name, Honora Bentley, age 16. Calling, house servant. Native place and county, Limerick, Ireland. Read or write? Both. So she was an orphan.
Mm-hmm.
And her aspiration was to be a house servant.
Yes.
That was her hope.
That's right.
But she could do that. She could read and write. It's a trip, man. That's my people.
There was one more beat to this story. Records show that Henrietta was born around 1833 in County Limerick, Ireland, which means that when she was roughly 12 years old, she was caught up in what we now call the Great Famine, a cataclysm that claimed the lives of roughly 1 million Irish people. County Limerick alone saw its population fall by close to 70,000 people in just 10 years. We don't know what happened to Henrietta during the famine or to her parents, but by the time she was 16, she was an orphan, living in a workhouse.